Did you know that Alexander the Great once solved a really difficult problem by cutting a complicated knot? Well, if you don't know that story, you're in for a treat because today we're talking about the time that Alexander the Great cut the Gordian Knot. So Alexander the Great was a Macedonian king who conquered most of the known world. He was famous for his military genius and also for his massive ego. He thought of himself as a god and would often be depicted in art with a laurel wreath and a spear. And he liked to do things that were impossible, like building a massive tomb for his horse, Bucephalus, or by defeating the Persian Empire. But one day, while he was hanging out in the city of Gordium, he heard about a really complicated problem that the locals couldn't solve. There was this huge Gordian knot in the temple of the god Apollo, and it was so complicated that nobody could figure it out. This knot was made up of 12 intertwined cords, and according to legend, it was tied by the god Hermes himself. The knot was a challenge to any passerby, and anyone who solved it would become ruler of the world. Now, Alexander was super competitive, and he really wanted to be in charge of the world, so he was like, sign me up. But there was a problem. The way the legend goes, he was like, wait, I can't figure this out. How am I supposed to rule the world? But then he had an idea. Since nobody could figure out how to untie the knot, he just cut it. And wouldn't you know it, he became the ruler of the world. Okay, maybe that last part is a little bit of a stretch. He did conquer a lot of the known world, but I don't know about the whole ruling the world thing. Maybe he was just the ruler of Macedonia. I don't know. History.com says that his victory at the Battle of Issus against the Persians made him the master of the Eastern Mediterranean and the Near East, but either way, he definitely cut the knot. And as for the knot itself, it's still sitting in the temple where Alexander cut it, except now it's in a museum in Istanbul. And if you want to see it, you can go to the museum and look at it. But they do have the severed section of the cord that Alexander cut off because that's in a different museum. And if you want to see that piece, you can go to that museum. It's in Berlin. Okay, bye.